Stop buying cucumbers. I grew all of these in a single plastic bucket on my rooftop. Want to know how? Here are the 5 easy steps I used to optimize my tiny space for a massive harvest. Let's dive in. Start by preparing your plastic buckets. For the best results, each cucumber plant should have a container with a minimum capacity of 20 liters, 5 gallons, though slightly smaller buckets can work in a pinch. The most critical part of this step is ensuring proper drainage. Drill at least 4 to 6 holes at the bottom or around the lower base to allow excess water to escape, effectively preventing waterlogging and protecting the roots from rot. To create the best growing environment for your plants, you must absolutely avoid using garden soil taken directly from your garden. This type of soil is too heavy and easily compacted, leading to root suffocation. Instead, the growing medium should be a specialized soil mix that ensures looseness and aeration, composed of clean topsoil, organic fertilizer such as cow manure or vermicompost for nutrient supply, and aerating materials such as coconut coir or rice husks. A common and highly effective mixing ratio you can apply is a combination of 1 part coconut coir or peat moss, 1 part perlite, and 1 part organic fertilizer. Furthermore, in addition to the texture, controlling the ideal pH is also crucial, maintaining a stable range between 6.0 and 7.0 to allow for optimal nutrient absorption by the plant. Once the plants start flowering, top dressing with a high potassium liquid fertilizer every 2 weeks is crucial for stimulating fruit production and enhancing crunchiness and sweetness. You can easily create these zero-cost DIY fertilizers for your container-grown cucumbers. First, to provide a sustainable calcium boost and prevent blossom end rot, use eggshells. Simply wash them, then toast them in an oven or pan until they are crispy and fragrant. This eliminates bacteria and makes the calcium more bioavailable. Crush them into a fine powder to mix directly into the soil, or soak them in white vinegar at a 1:10 ratio for 2 weeks to create a fast-acting, water-soluble calcium solution. To supplement potassium, instead of using the traditional wet banana peel tea, which can attract pests and mold, try the dry method. Cut banana peels into small pieces and dehydrate them in the oven at a low temperature until they become brittle. Then grind them into a powder. Sprinkling this powder around the base of the plants helps them resist drought and promotes the growth of sweet, firm cucumbers. A secret weapon for lush green leaves and better fruit set is Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate, MgSO4. It helps the plants absorb nitrogen and phosphorus more efficiently. Mix 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt with 4 liters of water, then spray it onto the leaves or pour it at the base of the plant every 2 weeks once the first flowers appear. Additionally, since cucumbers prefer a slightly acidic to neutral pH around 6.0 to 7.0, you can repurpose used coffee grounds. They provide a slow-release nitrogen source and improve the soil structure in your plastic buckets, keeping it loose and airy. Simply scratch a small amount into the topsoil, but avoid overdoing it, or the soil might become too compacted. Finally, instead of applying manure directly, many urban gardeners brew compost tea. This provides beneficial microorganisms and soluble nutrients that are easily absorbed by the roots within a confined container space. Simply put some compost into a burlap bag, soak it in a bucket of water for 24 to 48 hours, and use an air stone for aeration if you have one. To manage pests and diseases with a $0 budget, as soon as you notice yellowing leaves caused by micronutrient deficiencies or fungal attacks, apply a homemade ginger garlic chili solution periodically to repel thrips and aphids effectively. Meanwhile, making it a habit to regularly inspect the undersides of the leaves will help you detect egg clusters early before they cause widespread damage. When the plants enter the harvest stage, which progresses very rapidly after fruit set, you should pick the cucumbers when they reach a moderate size with vibrant green skin and a thin layer of white bloom to ensure peak crispness and flavor, as frequent harvesting is also the key secret to stimulating the plant to bloom and set new fruit continuously.